Deck.
You are now tuned in to The Fix Show.
Yeah, man. We are live on The Fix Show, the Matrix Studios, baby, DSN Network. We are here. I'm here with the partners, man. You know what it is. What's up?
Yes, sir. Prez is here, man. What's up?
Chase Sims, you already know what's up.
Yeah, man. We here.
Yeah.
You know what's up, man. Another week over here at The Fix Show. We have a special guest in the building, but before we bring him in, what's up, Prez? How you doing?
Yo, man, I can't talk about it, man. Too much, it's a lot going on. It was
Happened in the last 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks.
Yeah. You gonna go through everything, but for the most part, man, I was out in Atlanta, still starting to get this next Airbnb off the ground.
That's what, 3?
That'll be my third one. This will be the third one.
Okay.
So I'm just I'm trying to see if I want to get the 2-bedroom joint. So you know what I mean. But that's where I'm mostly at with it. But I spent a lot of time out there. Checked out the family. Checked out the guys. I'm probably gonna be back out there another couple of weeks, but that's a whole other story. Shout out V, shout out Lex, shout out Warren. You know what I'm saying? The team is getting a lot more syncs for these TV shows. A lot of these commercials. We probably planning something with the EA Sports joint. So
nice.
Shout out to them, man. Waves, y'all know what's going on. Yeah, man, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just be cooling, man, you know what I'm saying?
Regular shit.
Yeah, just getting regular, just getting to it, man.
Right,
man,
keeping
it cool, keeping it cool.
Right. Chase Sims, what's
Chase
up,
Sims,
man? You all right?
The boy, man.
You all right?
Yeah, man.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
What's up with that arm, man?
Y'all two on IR, man.
You know, it's one of those seasons, man. You know what I'm saying?
Stop beating people up, man.
Nah, I ain't putting no hands.
You just got an award. Stop beating people up, man.
Bro, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm here though, right?
How you feeling, man? How is it though? How's your hand?
Nah, it's
man?
good. It was actually my ring finger.
Okay.
So I fractured my ring finger in 2 places, and I already got the surgery or like the pins in or whatever. They're gonna take it out this Monday.
Okay.
So then they're just gonna take this off and then put a new one, and then I just wear it for 1 more week, and then I start therapy.
Okay.
Yeah, regular shit.
Nice. Regular shit. I mean, I don't get my fingers broken on a regular, but
It's after the pandemic. I ain't break nothing until after the pandemic, I swear.
Right.
I played sports growing up. So
What's up with the party scene, man?
party
What's
scene is
going
still
on?
regular. We still got parlay on Saturdays and Sunday. They just also extended us, so now we're doing till 2 a.m. on both Saturday and Sunday.
Nice.
I got Skinny Cantina. That's going to be on Sundays. I have, I know they. What else I got? I got a couple of things actually. Damn, my list is crazy right now. Y'all gotta go to my Instagram to figure it out because I got so much events coming up at this point. Sims Movement is really starting to expand as a group. Shout out to everybody that's in there that's actually putting in the work behind the scenes along with me while I'm able to do, my event space, House of Go BK, and run other endeavors. Shout out to the union as well. We have the union experience.
Union time.
That's going on right now. And then I know later tonight with the union, we have a listener session. So, yeah.
Shout out to Damage. That's my guy for a long time, man.
Right. Shout out to
Shout
Damage.
out to Damage. That's my guy for a long time. Yeah. Damage, what's up, man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I got the Avias on. You know what I'm saying?
What you got? Oh, you got the red joints. I forgot I gave you
Yeah,
those.
you
Right,
feel
right,
me?
right.
You feel me? I got support.
Right.
It's one of those days. Man.
Right, man. Well, my ass fell down 2 flights of steps. I just finished recovering. I had bruised ribs, bruised elbows.
Yo, Pete,
up,
let me tell you real quick. I went
man.
to Trace was at the Knicks.
You was with him when he fell?
Nah, it wasn't with him when he fell.
It was that same day.
Oh, it was the same.
So
it
was at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then
shit.
that afternoon I had to do.
I thought it was at least a couple days before.
Nah,
that,
it was the same.
So you saw him when he was hurt?
Boy, he came through.
I was on Percocets.
Wrapped up though. He came through wrapped up. He had his arm wrapped up. Had his hand. Had everything wrapped up, and he was leaning too. I said, "Yo, Trace." He's like, "Yo, you want a chair or something?" He's like, "Yo, I'm off the perky, bro." I was like,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ended up doing the event, man.
Yeah, boy was out there though. Shout out to Trace, man.
And then I went to the doctor afterwards. Man.
Boy.
They did CT scans, they did X-rays. Nothing was broken or fractured. It was just a lot of bruises.
That's what's up, man. That's good to hear.
You know what I'm saying? I also have a lot of things coming up, but it's just this time the things that I have coming up, I can't talk about till it happens. You know what I'm saying? Right. So. What I could talk about is me and Graf are in Connecticut this Friday.
CT.
Tomorrow, we doing the Come Up Experience live at the Bel Air office.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
you know
about
what I'm
that.
saying?
Okay.
That's
We
tomorrow.
had to make that happen. You know, so me and Chase, we gonna be at home. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm going.
We gonna be home. You know, we gonna be in the living room chilling.
For sure.
You know, while people's in the crib. You know,
right.
You feel me? We might have to go with the robe.
Yeah,
and
right.
some sandals. You understand? So you coming through?
I'm there.
Okay.
I said, it sound like an invite.
We gonna bring a special guest. I'm bringing a special guest. You know what I'm saying? And then what else, man? I'm gonna be at the Knicks game tonight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Knicks Omni fan. Yeah, man, a lot of
Shout out
stuff.
Knicks Omni fan too.
Shout out to Graph, man. We got something in the works I can't really talk about, man. But maybe one day both of y'all could, you know, just come through.
Yeah.
And just witness what we're doing. Because it's history that we created. We spoke about it offline, you know, but it's really been happening on a Tuesday, and we've been doing really good with it, you know. But yeah, let's get to our guest, okay? I met this man a couple of days ago. We was at the same event, all right? He represents Brooklyn. I'm not gonna give it away. I usually do a big intro, but I don't want the intro to give away the man's story. So what I will say is he's a legendary producer.
Legendary.
He has cemented himself in the history of hip hop, in the history of Brooklyn music,
Heavy.
in the history of music, period. He's a producer and an artist. Okay. Lord Digga the Highsman, he's here.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
What's up, young man?
Yes, sir.
What's
yes,
up,
sir.
man?
Yo.
Man.
By way of
Yo,
Opalaka.
way of Opalaka.
By
Right.
way of Opalaka, man.
A lot of people don't know about that. That's a small area in South Miami, I would want to say.
Okay.
Crazy area. You know, it's not too far from, people may know this area more, Murder Gardens. It's a place that this guy, Rick Ross, talked about in a couple of songs. To me, it's Carol City. That's
Okay.
what we used to call it, but it's called Murder Gardens now.
Right.
But yeah,
Wow. It
Opalaka.
crazy to get a name like that.
yeah, it's crazy over there.
Yeah.
You know, we all right. You may know Opalaka for this one thing, and it's kind of crazy. The reason why there isn't any more Z's in license plates when you rent cars is because of Opalaka. We started doing bump and runs, and we would hit tourist cars from behind, fake an accident, they would get out, and then they'd get robbed. Take the car, rob them, and do whatever. So this is the reason why there is no more Z's in rental cars on license plates.
What was the Z's, though?
That was letting you know that it was a rental car. Like back in the days, all the rental cars had a
I see what
Z
you're saying.
before the number.
I got you.
So that Z always indicated that it was a rental car.
Got you.
And the fools down there would know that, and they would just
Quick.
do stupid
Right.
shit like that.
Right.
So,
right.
yeah.
So,
That's my town.
Quick history fact.
Mr. Lord Digga,
Yes, sir.
you're a big guy in this music industry, man. Let's talk about it, man. Let's go from the beginning, man. Let's talk about your story, man. Let's give. We spoke about this on what, Saturday?
Yeah.
What was it?
Sunday. No, it was Sunday. It was Sunday.
And you know, when they introduced me to you, and you was telling me a little bit about yourself, I was just like, "This is a dope story, man. You deserve to be on the Fix Show."
Yes. And I
You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
you.
And you told me
yeah.
that your story really hasn't been told like that.
Nah, not at all.
So let's talk about it, man. Let's start from the beginning.
Start from the beginning. Well, we already kind of like touched on it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I started out small place, Opelika, Florida. I was a sports head. You know, grew up sports. Whole thing in Florida is sports, man. You can run, you can jump, you can do whatever. So you're gonna play sports. So I was connected really, really with football. So I was out. I played in the you know, like the Optimus League, or you want to say Pop Warner League. Very good at that. You know, I was one of the best receivers there was at that time. One of the fastest in the city at that time. But my love for music was always there. So, you know, I had cousins that were DJs. So they used to go around and they had like a mobile kind of like DJ set, and you know they would unload in parks. Sometimes we do stores where we have to get permits to do like storefronts. So you know they used to DJ there, and I was kind of like, you know, just there, like just watching everything, like, you know, taking in everything. And they were in record pools too, so I got to see a lot of records. I got to help them with records. They used to ask me like, yo, you know, we're gonna play this record next, and yo, go look for this record for me and do stuff like that. So that was my early intro to just being around music, coming from there, because rap, you know, was, you know, connected here. It was in New York. You know, we didn't have rap music, so you know, it was like KC and the Sunshine Band and shit like that. Like, you know, Switch and shit like that. So Miami and Florida kind of fed off the vibe of California. So we was getting a lot of that type of stuff. You know, we had Mass Production, which was Firecracker, which later turned into a song that we all know. Later we'll talk about that. So, you know, like rap music wasn't even a thing. So I was just, you know, there running around with them, you know, listening to the music, you know, getting involved with everything they was doing. And, you know, most of the times they were going out on Saturdays and Sundays and doing events. So I was always around my cousins. Shout out to Almighty C, who's still down there right now, you know, in Florida. And he has a studio and stuff like that. He actually produced records as well.
Right.
But that was after I left. But, yeah, so as time went on, I just started hanging out with them more and more. So I kind of like became a part of like the crew after a while. But I was like the youngest, you know, out of all of them. So eventually, you know, I started getting into, I guess you would say, popping. And I started to dance. So that was kind of like my pop locking, right?
Okay.
So pop locking, I started to follow some of the other kids that was already involved, and they were kind of like good and shit. I was like, yo, because we was like I said, our connection was California, so we were watching, what was it, Dance Machine or whatever that shit was that they were showing out in Cali all the time with I can't remember the actual name of it, whatever it was, but we were watching that a lot. So we got to see what they were doing over there. And every now and then they would focus the camera on, you know, niggas pop locking. And I was like, oh, this shit is ill. So I got into that. So that was like my first introduction into now trying to, which would later be called hip hop, was my first introduction to now the culture. But without me even knowing, you know, exactly what the fuck I was doing. I just knew that, yo, I could dance. At that time, my name was Disco Bo. This is the craziest shit. That's what we
Bo or bowl?
Bo. Because I was bow-legged.
Okay.
So they called me, and this had a double entendre meaning too, because this was fucking crazy. It was they used to make fun of me. I was mad fast, so sometimes I used to outrun mad motherfuckers, and they throw me the ball, I used to drop it. Someone was like, yo, don't throw him the fucking ball, because he's going to fucking drop it. So it was this player that played for the Dolphins back then. His name was Bo Rather. Yo, this motherfucker, you can look it up. This shit was so fucking funny. I didn't know. So one day, my friends come on the block, and they had like the football cards. It was like, so they handed me the card and said, yo, this is you. I fucking was so hurt, bro. I said, yo, kids can be fucking cruel, bro. I said, yo, kids are fucking cruel, yo. When I looked at that picture, bro, the dude had like glasses and an afro, and he didn't play. So this motherfucker was sorry, and his name was Bo Rather, so it kind of stuck with me. The bow legs and then the Bo Rather thing. So yeah. I actually tatted it on my arm, and it looked like an 80 at first, because I did this shit with Indian ink. So the shit was funny. So motherfuckers was like, oh, yeah, that's fucking Bo. So I kind of like adopted the name and started calling myself Disco Bo because of the dancing. So now that was that part. So as time went on, I started dancing more, started winning fucking contests. Because now it's coming. You know what I'm saying? The whole shit is starting to leak down to Florida. The crave of whatever the fuck it is starting to come. So at this point,
talking about hip hop.
Hip hop. So we dancing, we doing this. I'm winning contests. I'm busting niggas' asses, like for real. So I'm really connected to this shit now. So now it was like sports and dancing. So this is the shit kind of like kept me in shape. So now I'm doing this, still rolling with my cousins and them. So now all this shit is starting to infuse itself. It's starting to connect. So maybe it was like 79, I think it was. My mother, who was living here in New York, drives down and she brings me this fucking record. It was a 45, and the record was Fatback Man. It was King Tim III. And I remember listening to this shit, and she was saying like, yo, this is what's going on in New York. Like, this is the new thing. This is rap music. This is what's going on. So to me, this shit was still kind of foreign, but I kind of liked the shit, but it was weird because it was some new music. You know what I'm saying? This is not something that's being played in Florida at the time. So I kind of like was like, all right, this is what it is. So after a while, I started going to record stores and started looking for this type of shit. And it started making its way down there. Like I think it was Sugar Hill Gang. They had the Enjoy label was down there. So I got Treacherous 3. I got a bunch of shit that I was listening to, and all my friends were laughing and shit. These motherfuckers was laughing. Like, yo, what the fuck is this guy? Like, what the fuck is this music? Because they wasn't used to it. They wasn't, rap wasn't a thing. So the dancing and the rapping and shit, I was getting laughed at. Like, literally. Like, fucking motherfuckers was calling me a grasshopper. It was doing all type of shit. I was like, wow, this is crazy. But at the time, I didn't know where this was going to lead me to. So after a while, time went on, I started getting into too much trouble living with my grandmother. So my grandmother was like, yo, look, boy, you got to get the fuck up out of here. I'm going to send you to your mother. So sending me to my mother was New York City. So I was already traveling back and forth, cheating with saying I want to stay in New York. But I was so used to the South and running outside, and you could see 2-3 miles down the road and the grass and all that other shit. Like, New York to me was kind of bug, tall ass buildings, you can't see. My mother lived in fucking Brownsville, bro. So she was on Lot Avenue, 73 Lot, which is still there right now. Yo, bro, which is ironically down the block from where Sean Price was living on you know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, Sean Price. Shout out to Bernadette.
Yo, listen, that's crazy to me. So we were living there, and I didn't even know, what the fuck. I didn't know what I was around, what I was surrounded around, and where I was. So she ended up leaving from there and getting an apartment in Riverdale Towers. Brand new. So when I finally decided to stay, which was like, I would say probably like the end of 82, I went back down, gathered up all my shit, and I came back up. So I was here from 1983 until now. So my introduction to everything started 1983.
You're a New Yorker, man. Stop it, man. You're a New Yorker.
Listen, I felt like it, but I still had that country shit in me.
Nah, for sure.
Right? I want to run in the grass. You know what I'm saying? We out there running around with no. We was playing football in the fucking streets with no shoes on, bro. Street, no shoes, hot as fuck, Miami. Yeah. So, and my feet right now don't got no fucking corns on them. Yeah. I did that shit a lot, like seriously. So that type of shit you couldn't do up here. It's glass on the street, but no glass out. There's no glass. Potholes.
Got cracks.
You understand? Like it's real. It's real. It's up here. It's asphalt. Down there it's concrete. Different shit. You got fucking streets melting up here from the fucking hot sun. None of that shit existed down there. So I came up here. I had to get to that transition. But the ill shit is what really did it was now me having to grow the fuck up real quick because my high school was in Sheepshead Bay. I was in Brownsville.
That's
so
Brooklyn.
I had to fucking travel on the 35 from basically the last stop because that's Highsman and Rockaway. So from there almost to the last stop in Sheepshead Bay, go from the 35 to the 44 bus, and then the 44 bus is almost to the last stop. So I was doing that shit every fucking day. So I had to grow up quick, knowing, okay, I missed this fucking bus, nigga. I'm gonna be late for school. So everything
had to flow.
Yeah, I had to transition like really, really fast. And like I said, not knowing where the fuck I'm at. I'm in Brownsville, bro. Like this ain't no walk in the park. I left from a place where it's fucking pretty fucked up, but yeah, Brownsville is like, yeah. And I started, like I said, I learned that shit quick. Like, look, nigga, know where you at. Motherfuckers right here will take your life, bro. Like, seriously, what we was talking about, knives?
Right.
007 was the knife of choice. I seen them shits like every day. The motherfuckers just flicking out 007s from nowhere. I'm like, this shit is crazy. So we move on. We go from that to now. Like I said, Florida, everybody's a fucking athlete. So I come here and now, I'm enrolled in Sheepshead Bay high school out in Brooklyn. Shout out to all my Sharks and shit. I'm flourishing. I'm starting to now, like in my first year, I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. So now
you jump right into sports.
Right back into it. Like,
Okay.
because my mother kind of like exposed the shit. Like, he ran track down in Florida and,
Gotcha.
he's pretty fast and, I think he'll be good. So she's telling everybody in the school this. So football coach approaches me and rest is history. I get on the team and shit. And so this is where now my connection to hip hop really now starts to go into full drive. So I'm at the school and unbeknownst to me, who you know as Master Ace, DeVal Clear, is enrolled in the same school.
Shout out to Master Ace.
Crazy.
What? Like, but I wasn't, at that point where now in my career, I'm like, I'm rapping and I'm doing production. I'm a late bloomer at this point because I'm still to sports and everything. So, talent shows and all that shit, but I still was dancing. So what happened was, joined the football team. He was on the football team as well. So, but he's 3 years ahead of me. I'm a freshman. He's a senior. So, after games and certain games and shit, we used to, how we used to celebrate, we used to kind of like do like a football Soul Train line. So all motherfuckers come through, do their little shit. So they never seen me before. So I decided I'm going to join the line this time. So I go and I start doing my little shit. So they realizing like, this motherfucker can dance. So they looking at me crazy like, we know this nigga from Florida. He's from the South. Like, how the fuck this motherfucker know how to dance? Like, this is crazy. So I kind of caught their eye from then, that time, but I didn't know. So nobody gonna come up to me and say, I know New Yorkers. Nobody ain't gonna give you nobody no credit for nothing. Niggas just look at you and be like, yeah, this nigga think he nice. He won't say nothing and shit. So, from that time, nobody said nothing. So I was like, all right.
Was you at least nice and ball too though? Was you getting the ball thrown to you this time? Because I don't know they wasn't throwing you the ball out back in Florida.
Must move back. This is where I fucked up, but it wasn't a fuck up. So I'm in practice, JV practice. So I'm out playing receiver. I already know. So I'm going out for a pass and shit. So the coach throws the ball, and it goes over my head, which is rare because I'm fucking super fast. So I pick the ball up and throw it back to him. Shit goes far. Calls me, blows the whistle, so I go running back. So he says, all right, look, two things. He said, one, you run the ball back. Two, tomorrow you work out with the quarterbacks. So from that day, my position was switched. I never got to catch a pass. They switched me to quarterback, which was the best move because 2 years later we win a state championship, city championship, undefeated. So, yeah, I never got the chance to play receiver, which I was mad because I did want to play that. Like, yo, motherfucker, I can outrun everybody here. Like, nigga, throw me the ball. We going to be scoring. Couldn't catch the fucking ball. But I did get better. That was just that time. I did become one of the better receivers in Pop Warner in Florida.
Got you.
That was that one situation where I was Stonehenge from the fucking movie with Sinbad. But no, I did get really better. Because I got like 2 trophies and shit, like for being like one of the more improved players.
Got you.
So now let's fast forward.
Transition to music.
So now we're
Master Ace.
Right. We're now Master Ace is already. So we graduate. He graduates. I graduate. So we talking to like maybe 88 or so. He's on Coachella now. So it's like, wow, like I went in high school with this dude. Like, that's fucking crazy. So he's doing that. And then I would say maybe a year after that, I started fucking around with little shit here and there. And I linked up with, later became Nicky D's DJ, which is my man Big Ezo, which he's from Flatbush as well. So I ended up linking up with him. So between 89 and 90, doing little shit here and there, started working on demos. And, it was just little shit. I wasn't really thinking that, yeah. So by that time, I started looking for a job. So one day the shit was ill. I go with Ace, and he's going to go up to Coachella, which is like, I think the time is like on 60th Street somewhere and Broadway in the city, which he went over to, he had to go over to ASCAP. So I went with him there, and I just see fucking this shit on the board for a job. So I applied for a fucking job. So I started learning about the business from the inside out, literally. So I started working at ASCAP in the mailroom. So I started learning about publishing and shit like that from the inside out before I even made a record. So now I'm learning about that shit, and then eventually I get fired from there from showing up late. So, but the knowledge that I learned and the shit that I learned was very useful.
tape,
Right.
yeah.
I knew at some point that I couldn't be a member there and still work there too, because that would be like, what is it, a conflict of interest or some shit like that. So eventually, but while there, here's the shit. I end up meeting my partner. Rest in peace, Witch Doc, Norman A. Glover. He worked at ASCAP. So another part to that is Mr. C. Again,
Rest in peace, Mr. C.
That was his boy. So Mr. C now in turn knows Master Ace, who now is
Good
on Cold
friends.
Chillin'.
Good
Right.
friends.
So all of this now, here's what I said about the 6 degrees. All of this now, boom, doot, 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 comes back to me. Yo, Mr. C says, yo, he got his man that work up there. Maybe I should link up. His man is Norman A. Glover. So now he has the music because he's already producing. He already had a group. He was producing for this group called the Dominating 3 MCs. He was already a producer, DJ for them. So he's already working on tracks. He's already doing shit, SB 1200, all of that. So he had a bunch of tapes all the time. So I just like, yo, bro, I know you know C, da-da-da. Yo, let me listen to some tapes. So we used to go on our lunch break, take lunch at the same time, go across the street to this shit called the Atrium. And he would just be playing me tapes. I'm like, yo, one day I just said, yo, let me get that shit, Doc. I need that. Let me get that fucking tape. So it started like that. Like I just started listening to the shit that he was doing. Two, it inspired me to want to try to produce. Then at the same time, right. So now I ain't got to worry about making pause tapes anymore. I got fucking actual tracks that nobody's ever fucked with. So that's how it kind of like started with me, like literally. So I got into high gear now with him actually going to his house on the weekends. I would go to Witch Doc's house and watch him just fuck with shit and just stand there and look. Like he wouldn't actually teach me. He wouldn't say, yo, look, do this and do that. I would just watch. Like, oh shit, all right. And at that time he had in Sonic, I think it was ASR 10 or the EPS plus 16. It was one of the two. And it just started from there. I just started like, yo, look, I could actually be this close to this shit. Like, wow, this is crazy. So now we move on, and Ace now is, we talking about like maybe like 91, 92. He's getting ready to transition from Cold Chillin' to try to go now and get a new situation. So by that time, I'm in full fucking swing. I'm fucking, I know how to fucking do this. I know how to do that. I know how to fucking quantize. I know how to do all of this shit. So me and, Norm decided to form this fucking production team, which would be now, later known as the Blues Brothers, which was some ill shit. So at the time, not knowing how far we was gonna go with this shit, I'm like, yo, bro, this is what we need to do. We need to just start trying to shop these fucking tracks. Nigga, you got mad shit. And I know at the time I wasn't ready, say as an artist, to say, look, I'm gonna record all of this shit on every track you got. I'm gonna record on every one, and we're gonna do these demos, and we're gonna fucking make it as a team and all that shit. I know I wasn't ready for that yet, but I knew that we was ready to let motherfuckers hear this fucking music and say, yo, look, bro, let's shop these shits. Let's get this shit going. So that's basically what we did. So our first thing was, Ace is right here. Let's play these shits for Ace and see what he says. We can say, all he can say is like, the shits is good or, whatever.
Yeah.
And it started there. So,
You played it for Ace,
we started playing shit.
and then the big thing happened.
Yeah. We ended up doing Ace's first 2 albums on Delicious Vinyl, sitting on Chrome and Slaughterhouse. So basically I ended up being on damn near every fucking song. Between the 2 albums. If it wasn't produced by us, I was on the song. So that kind of like pushing everything into high gear. So, but before that, I actually did production for one of my own artists. Like I said, everything I said, we were talking about, like everything I started fucking with, it started going in the right direction. So my actual first artist was an artist out of Flatbush. His name was Sir Essence Don. And he was actually the first fucking rap artist that was on Freeze Records before Jay-Z. But what happened with S, got into some legal trouble with the label, some shit fucked up. So that situation came from another situation where we got into the unsigned hype. as me being his producer and him, the artist, we got into Unsigned Hype, and this is where now I meet who? Fucking Matty C. So that relationship formed. So when that formed, going backwards, like I said, Mr. C, Ace had their little, because they knew from Cold Chillin', Mr. C calls up Ace and says, yo, look, Digga's like the only person I know that been in Unsigned Hype. I don't know anybody that been in Unsigned Hype. Like, he's the only one. So, yo, let me get his number. Let me call him and see how I can get this kid into Unsigned Hype. Not knowing who this kid is, I now tell Matty, I know who it is. I lied. I didn't know who the fuck it was. I just knew Mr. C. So I just told him, I said, yo, look, listen to the shit. Like, Mr. C, because back then, you got to think at these times, DJs were one thing, but if you wasn't a certain DJ, you wasn't him, or you wasn't Jazzy Jeff, or you wasn't whatever, your name and recognition and shit like that wasn't going to be, you couldn't stand alone on your own.
Right.
Your artist was your it.
Right.
So Big Daddy Kane, if he was bringing that to the Unsigned, big difference.
Right.
But it was Mr. C. So he needed, like the end. So I gave him the end, which was Matty C. So he calls Matty and tell him, yo, look, I got this artist, da-da-da. Need you to listen to this shit. Matty agreed because Matty thought I knew him. I didn't even know him. Never even heard it. I didn't even hear the shit until after the fact. So the shit was crazy. So all that shit goes through, Big gets into Unsigned Hype. So now.
Big who? Christopher Wallace, right? Biggie Smalls,
Biggie
Notorious
Smalls.
B.I.G., right?
Biggie Smalls,
Okay.
Christopher Wallace.
Right, go ahead.
Rest in peace, my dude.
Was the person that
We're talking about. Big. So Big gets into Unsigned Hype, and the rest is history. It goes from that, and then it just fucking snowballs, because now Matty C knows this guy from the same university he went to,
Right.
Howard. So that gets pushed into that door, and boop, 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 and then next thing you know, Matty comes back to me and says, yo, your boy wants those 2 tracks on your tape that you left at the office. And I'm like, my boy who? I totally forgot. I told him I knew Big. I totally forgot. I was like,
Right.
my boy.
So, because we're on a time schedule
Right.
today. You know what I'm saying? So, you were part of the beginning of Christopher Wallace's music career.
Very beginning.
Through Matty C, through Mr. C, you being around Master Ace, basically around his circle.
Right.
You was a part of that circle.
Yes. The very beginning.
You ended up having some tracks on Ready to Die.
Very beginning. Very first. The very
Two or three?
first.
Two?
Three.
Three?
Three.
What joints you had on Ready to Die?
We ended up the original versions to Me and My Bitch,
Classic.
Everyday Struggle,
Classic.
One More Chance.
The original before
Original.
the R&B remix by Puff.
Original version.
Okay. That's
And
one of my
those
favorites
were,
still.
And those were his original like demos.
Right.
Like those versions, those songs were some of the very first songs that were recorded.
Right.
We had those songs. It was between me, us, and Easy Mo B.
Right.
Shout out Mo
So-
B, man.
That's
Mo B
super
is my
dope,
dude.
man. So you're part of hip hop royalty, hip hop history royalty right there. I mean, Ready to Die, if you look at it right now, Ready to Die is still on the Billboard charts.
We talked about that. And then,
It sold millions and millions of copies even till this day. Am
listen,
I right?
and you know the ill shit is, the ill shit is, bro, like we never knew where this was gonna go. You understand? So when we talking about in the terms of front end money, back end money, we took our little money up front, $11,000 basically it was, like $3,000 a track, 3,500, something like that, not knowing what was going to happen.
Right.
Right.
And being involved in this shit, not knowing that we're producing for arguably one of the greatest artists to ever do this shit.
Right.
And knowing that, we was a big part of it. Like, it wasn't just like, yo.
Not you were, you still are.
Yeah.
Yeah, fact.
Definitely.
Now, what
Definitely.
point was that? What point was that you did realize that, oh, shit, we did, like this, he's at this, like you said, obviously it's probably a little late to, but when didn't you realize it?
I'm going to be honest with you. When that fucking first royalty check came and I looked at that shit and I realized that this is more than what I ever thought this would be. It was like 100 stacks. And it was only in like a 3-month period.
Right.
And that was the first shit that rolled out. And I was like, Wow. Now, this is, yeah. I could sit and say, yeah, I thought this was just exactly what I thought. Nah, I didn't think that.
Right.
So what did you do with that first 100?
I was still living with my mom, so it was kind of easy for me to just be like, yo, I can just do what the fuck I want. But I had to, got to understand, the 100 wasn't, and we had to split it because that was, 50 was partners and 50 was mine. So I was like, yo, I was just thinking of a bunch of shit. I was just going crazy. Like, yo, look, bro, I'm about to go and, yo, Ralph Lauren, yo, we going over here. I'm going to fucking S&Ds. I'm going underground. I was wilding because it was like, yo, you got to understand, this is the first now like significant thing that I can actually say that I set forth and say this is something that I put forth, I did, and now this is what has come from it. Like literally within a matter of a year. Saying, okay, yo, look, I want to do music, and then this is the shit that rolls out. Right. I know that other motherfuckers have gotten bigger royalty checks and stuff like that because, yeah, the actual artists are going to get more. But that to me was like, yo.
Of course.
Got you.
Right.
So with the first check, you spent that basically. You got
Yeah,
fly,
I just.
you know, so you was enjoying your life, you know what I'm saying?
Then 3 months later, it happens again.
Okay, but let's start back with the first one, right?
Right.
If it was a young artist or young talent or somebody that was in your position at that time now gets their first check, what would you suggest them to do with that going forward to make a difference?
Now?
Yeah.
Invest that shit. Go buy a fucking farm with some chickens and some fucking, get some cows and some shit like that.
Right.
Do something that you know is going to sustain you through your life.
Right.
Don't, not saying don't spend it. Yeah, go splurge out a little bit, but don't do what I did. Like, I was wilding. Like, for real. I was wilding to a point where it was days where I felt that if I didn't have $2,000 in my pocket walking around, that I felt like I didn't do something.
Right.
So I would go to the fucking ATM at 12 a.m. and just take out $1,000 for nothing. Like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Right. So I mean, we apologize that we running out of time, but
yeah,
we appreciate.
definitely.
I want you to stick around if you could. If
Yeah,
you got
definitely.
some time today, stick around so we could take some pictures and videos. But you're also an artist.
Definitely.
So I got a joint here called Heat Wave. We
Yes.
gonna play that.
Yes.
We gonna talk about Heat Wave really
Yes.
quick.
Heat Wave was is a joint that I put on my EP that I just released. It was like last year.
Right.
EP called Snap, Brooklyn Boom Bappery, with me and my dude, Big Easel, who I mentioned, that was Nicky D's DJ. We
Right.
put this together, and it's one of the joints that off that. This shit is
Nice.
hard.
Okay, so we're gonna play this
Produced
joint.
by you?
Stick around.
Me and Ezo. Gotcha.
Okay, nice. Stick around. We're going to have to do a part 2 with you, man, because I feel like you got such a big story. We got
Facts.
to the first part. We're
Right.
going to have to invite you back for a part 2 to talk
Definitely.
about the artist part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's more
'Cause
production
remember-
stuff, too, because it's some other classic stuff that
you
I
could
didn't
probably
mention.
bring an artist with you if you
Exactly.
want
Right.
to. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So let's get into this joint Heat Wave. Shout out anybody you got to shout out.
Yo, shout out to Ronan, man. And my we got a birthday bash coming up too, 275
We
Park in
invited?
Brooklyn.
We invited?
Yeah, y'all all invited.
We need a table.
It's March 21st.
Okay.
So yeah,
We gotta
definitely.
be suited and booted with the
Nah,
face
nah,
on
nah,
the-
nah,
We hoodied up.
We hoodied up. We hoodied up, bro.
Say no
It's
more.
Brooklyn.
Okay, man.
It's
Okay,
in
man.
Brooklyn.
I'm from Crown
275
Heights.
Park.
I'm from Crown Heights, so
Okay,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
We outside.
Nice. So, okay, man, we live on the Fix Show, the DSN Network.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the Matrix
Highsman.
Studios, Chase Sims, Prez, Trace, we here. We gonna get into this Lord Digga exclusive called Heat Wave, and then we gonna take some pictures and videos a little later. We got another guest coming up. It's the Fix Show, baby.
Euro.
Yes, sir.
Y'all ain't ready for my bullshit. First class flights to nowhere. Any beef with me better be rare. Through your flesh I tear. New jacks and veterans. I'll pull and snap your ligaments. This is light work, just regular regiment. Rent a space out in Dumbo. Now I'm the elephant. In any room, don't you ever assume why on a stairway to heaven I won't piss on the moon. Y'all doom, I'm a MF. Priest like Judas. Attack all clones with no help from George Lucas. Use the force, but I still exercise prudence. Leader of this shit, I'm never influenced. Came to be on that Brooklyn bullshit. Yeah, we be on that bullshit. Be on that Brooklyn bullshit. We be on that bullshit. on that bullshit. That Brooklyn bullshit. I'm James T. Kirk off the Enterprise. White whips in the hood, keep it gentrified. Your wife is a slide. Another warm place to leave my kids inside. That's a shaft massage. Spit a swaddle, that's a murder charge. All jokes aside, I'm about to murder all. Pull up on a dead end block. Leave a spot for y'all. Shots hit, sent the chest, make taco fall. Got castings for you bastards, plus plots for y'all. Pop shit, then I back it up on cloud. I'm it, I'm the shit. Who gives a fuck about your clowns? Nigga, I'm just here to. We be on that bullshit. That Brooklyn bullshit. We be on that bullshit. That Brooklyn bullshit. We be on that bullshit. That Brooklyn bullshit.
You are now tuned in to The Fix Show.
Yeah, man, this is DJ Trace. We are live on the Matrix Studios Network, the DSN Network. You know what it is. Shout out to my partner.
Prayers, I'm here, man.
Yeah, Chase Sims.
Yeah, we here, man. You know, we gonna let you. You
Nah, I'm here. I'm
you
here.
probably
I'm
still
locked
on the meds, right?
Yeah,
Probably
you on the
still on the
perky
meds.
too, huh?
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
Actually, nah. It's just a lot
Right.
of events going on.
Right. So today's a busy day, man. We had two guests today. We don't got to do the intro that we normally
right.
do. We gonna get into it, man. We got somebody representing the Bronx. He is here. I didn't even know that till recently, but he represents the Bronx.
Yes.
He's been featured on Bad Boys 1. My apologies. Bad Boys 2. Bad Boys 3. And now Bad Boys 4. Young actor, he goes by the name of Dennis McDonald.
What's going on, y'all? What's
What's
going
up,
on?
man?
What's
How
up?
you
What's
doing,
up?
young
What's
man?
up? What's up?
Yes,
What's up?
sir.
What's
Yes,
up?
sir.
Let's go.
Ain't they good?
Yeah, everything's great.
We had to get you up here. We was just at the same event together on
Yes, we
Sunday.
were. Yes, we were. It was
You
amazing,
know,
too.
I didn't even know you was into martial arts like that. I
I just started that with my man Demetrius.
Right.
Yeah, he's been teaching me a little bit about it, and I've been trying to get crazy.
Right.
Fire.
Right. So you know, I don't want us to get into the typical questions maybe at the end. But I want to get to you as a person, you as an actor. You know, let's talk about, you know, your beginnings and what you did before the
first
big
one.
screen.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Let's
what's
go.
up? Talk to us, man.
I mean, I'm
the boogie
from
down.
the Bronx, so
Yeah.
it's
Right.
just it's regular stuff. I was a knucklehead running around, getting into stuff, playing basketball, and that's how I got my role in Bad Boys. I was going to a Boys and Girls Club. It was a guy named Mr. Johnny Isaac. He was my basketball coach, but he had ties into, I guess, the industry. So he put up a paper that said, if you want to be a Bad Boys, call a number. I called the number. Bad Boys 1 was my favorite movie, and I went for the audition.
Yo, so what was it like in the actual movie when you at the door and they started questioning you?
Yo, he said, listen, I ain't got time for all that other extra
right
stuff.
on.
Let's jump right into
Straight
it.
into it.
Nah, that was like
Oh shit.
it was like it was a nervous, scary experience. And then with the excuse me.
No,
Now
you
you
good,
good.
bro.
No, you can talk.
You
You
good.
can
messing
talk,
with
man.
the messing with me, it just made it more awkward, and then it just stuck.
You got kids?
I got a daughter. She's 22.
You think you gonna be like that?
Oh, we already went through all of that.
That's what's up.
We went through that.
All right, so Pete, prior to now the auditions,
Yes.
you got to actually go through that, or were they? I
No,
mean,
you go through an audition, bro. You know, you don't go to no major movie without going through an audition.
Are
process,
these
I guess.
are the actual actors doing the audition?
No.
So they're not
It's
so
always like
okay.
I don't know how everything, but my first experience was it was a lady and a white lady and a white male, and we just went over the same lines that they faxed me prior.
So the first time you actually did the scene was the first time you were actually with the two main actors.
No.
Okay.
We did. I did it with two, a white lady and a white dude. We did the audition like that, and then we went and did the movie.
How was it? How was it like? Because I used to do acting back in the day. I used to do off-Broadway shows, so I know the process.
Okay,
of stuff,
excuse
you know.
me.
Yeah.
Clap it up for him.
Yeah.
You know, he just tried the
I used to
off-Broadway
do
show.
monologues and stuff
Yes,
like that,
yes,
so
okay.
I know the process
All right.
that you had to go through, but
Yes.
you know, you said this was your first movie, man. Your first movie with two of the biggest stars in the world
At that time and still.
one being one of the biggest comedians ever, Martin Lawrence.
Yes, Martin Lawrence.
How was that feeling that your first movie ever was with those two guys?
Like, I didn't even know what I just jumped into. You know what I'm saying? I'm 15 years old, but Martin, he was definitely great mentor from the time I was 15 to right now. Yeah, like, it was just an out-of-body experience. Like, they human beings. Like, actors are human beings, bro. They're not all, you see Martin, you see Will, you be like, yo, I don't want to say nothing to them. Or you Will come in here, he going to treat you like y'all knew him forever. Like, he been on this show. Like that. That's how it is.
And I gotta ask you this, if you don't mind me asking. I don't know if people have asked you this before, but in this era now of, and this is me just asking as a fan, you know, and shout out to management, I'm just asking as a fan, okay? Every movie I watch, it seems to be somebody that's not from the United States, is not from New York. They European, or they from France, or they Australian, or whatever. But they talk with an English accent, right? Being in an era of movies that are all based on actors like that, like, do you feel that actors like yourself who work hard are not being given as much opportunities, or are being asked to be in these type of films? Do you understand the question?
Yeah, I understand the question. I feel like it's more about the work you put in. It's not where you come from, or just because the overseas, or they definitely taking over acting.
Yeah,
because they want in, right? Like, why wouldn't you want in? They want in, but it's your work ethic. If we sitting there working hard, you're gonna get yours. You know what I'm saying? But this is a rough game. You're gonna get no's all day. So don't think that you're gonna see the big actor in a big movie and then you're gonna see him. You might see him again. You might see it's the work you put in. So it's just basically like that.
But you was playing ball and got this off of Humble, off of just seeing the ads.
Yes.
So again, like, did you go through afterward, or during this process, did you now switch and say, okay, well, shit, I just did this. Now I'm about to go do the acting school. I'm about to go do. I'm getting all the way into this, or was it still like, all right, I did that, but I still want to do ball, maybe?
Well, I was 15, right? So and I just had my daughter. So,
Okay.
but that's no excuse. I didn't know nothing about the game. Like, I didn't know nothing about acting. I didn't know anything. I didn't know that you had to go to acting class. I didn't know that you have to have your headshots and all that. I thought they put you in a movie, then you be in another movie.
Right.
Just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the Bronx. I didn't
For
really
sure.
know. My mother, she didn't know nothing
we
how
wouldn't
to
know.
deal with
Yeah.
nobody in my area knew how to deal with me. I did something, I jumped off the ball. Like,
Yeah.
so it was kind of hard. Like, I did that. I'm thinking you be in another movie. It wasn't that. I had my daughter. I'm working a regular job. Like, still just trying to see what's up. People don't just come to you. I didn't have management or nothing.
yeah.
It was nothing like that. I got a little older. I got on my game. Started studying. Started going to acting classes and just getting ready for the next role. And it just so happened to be Bad Boys 3 at that time.
Were
So you wasn't automatically. I'm sorry, Trey.
No,
You
go
wasn't automatically just back in it.
No, I had did like little commercials and things of that nature, but I didn't even go to the premiere of the movie, actually, like for the Bad Boys 1. I mean, for Bad Boys 2. I didn't even go to the premiere of the movie.
Were you? Let's go back to that scene that, you know, this young man right here, Chase Sims, was talking about. Were you really scared in that scene?
In the
it looked
beginning,
like you was
when I
really
first
scared.
went on, I was confident. I was sitting there. I was a little nervous. You know what I'm saying? So I'm up there. I'm like, all right, bet. We're going to get up there. We're going to do our thing. Martin comes in. Yo, man. I'm standing right at the door. Martin's like, yo, man, this is Will keep stepping in my lines. Yo, he pissing me off. So then Will comes in. Will's like, yo, what's wrong with you? He's like, yo, you keep stepping in my lines. He's like, yo, you got more lines than me anyway. We just going to knock it out. Don't worry about it. Will steps off. Martin is like, man, it was just me and Martin again. He's like, yo, I'm telling you, man, I'm not doing this no more. He's like tripping out. So I'm like, yo, this is how these niggas act. Word.
So you getting some real views.
So then the door opens. Boom. Who the fuck are you? I came to pick up Megan. No, sir. Yes, sir. And that's how that went.
Okay.
And I was nervous.
So they was
but
going at
before,
it. So
but right before that, before the doors even opened, Martin Nipsey, God rest the dead, he had passed away. That's Martin's right hand man. If you ever watched Martin the show,
sure.
He tapped me on my back like, "Yo, listen, when the cameras is off, don't look at Martin in his face." I looked at him like, "What?" I'm like, "All right, bro. Let me hurry up and do this and get the hell up out of here." But it ended up working. Not Jerry Bruckheimer, Michael Bay. He needed me to be more scared, and that's what he got, and it all worked.
How many times you did it? Like
we did that scene about 5-6 times. We was laughing the whole time.
Okay.
We was laughing the whole time.
Okay.
Right. So Bad Boys 2, it took a while for Bad Boys 3 to come out.
17 years.
Let,
Trust me, I know.
It took a long time for that third installment to come out.
Right.
What was your life like in between that time?
My life was taking care of my daughter, looking for other jobs, practicing on my craft, and just learning the business. Man, if you don't know the business of this thing is gonna eat you up. You see it from back in the day with music to acting to everything that was going on.
Right.
Certain people was taking that money from us because we didn't know. You pay for what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where I was at. I was just like getting prepared for the next role.
Right.
That's what I was doing.
At what time did you know that? Oh shit! I might be a little famous. I mean, the movie comes out. You still young, so how
You know you was hyped. Talk about it.
I mean, people had to be like kind of, and then you getting that because that was a crucial part. It was one of the funniest parts of the movie. Like,
listen,
so,
like I tell you, I'm from the Bronx, so
Right.
if you ever know anything about like the skate key, the rumba,
Yeah.
you know what I mean,
Rumba,
scream and
skate
stuff
key,
like
wow,
that,
man.
screaming like that and stuff like that. Before the movie, I was doing all of that, going crazy. So when the movie came out, it was just extra. Like it made no sense. I didn't even understand people with I'm eating people with their mothers is coming up to me. Hey, you the kid from Bad Boys.
Fire.
But that fame goes up and it comes down. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean, the more you stay on your game because
You gotta keep working.
yes, and don't take none of this personal. Don't read the comments. Don't do none of that.
Right,
You live in
right.
your own world.
Yeah.
Like, I had a life before I was doing movies. When I was 15, I had a life.
Right.
So I just be more.
and have
more-
maintained
more-
that throughout the
yeah.
17 years. Still
Yes,
being able
yes.
to have
Right.
your own
Your
life
ups and
still,
downs.
yeah,
People
go through
still
what
ask,
you're
"Yo, hey, when you gonna be? What you got going on next? When you gonna be in another movie?"
right.
You get all that. If I was somebody that didn't have a clear head, I'd have jumped off a bridge. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
I'm a
Yeah.
real person.
Right,
Like,
right.
This is
Right.
real life we got
Right.
going on.
So, what were you doing when you got the call? What was happening in your life when you got the call for the next installment?
For the next installment.
What was your reaction? What were you doing? Where were you at?
I was actually in where I think I was asleep. I was actually asleep, and they had a. No, we went on a campaign before that. Before that, when I actually got the role, Ed Woods, he put a blast out on Instagram saying, "Hey, we looking for Dennis McDonald. He's a 15-year-old kid. He was 15 when he played in Bad Boys. We're looking for him for Bad Boys 3." My father had the same number since Bad Boys 2. So my pops called me like, "Yo, they looking for you for Bad Boys." I'm like, and everybody started hitting my phone like, "Yo, they looking for you for Bad Boys." So I called them. They was like, "Yo, they be looking for you." I'm like, "Yo, let's go. I was waiting for y'all. Let's go. I've been waiting for y'all for 17
asleep. I was
joints.
waiting for y'all.
17 joints. I'm waiting for y'all." Like,
asleep. That's
but
crazy.
yeah. And the lady's like, "Yo, are you excited?" I said, "Yo, more than you'll ever know. You don't
Yeah.
know what an actor goes through when the spotlight ain't on him and it ain't popping for him. You know what I mean? You go through. It could be a dark place. It could be a dark place, or if you got a strong mind, it could be you make it what you make it what it is.
Right. So okay, so you did Bad Boys 3. That did really well. Now
Wait. Before you go into
Okay,
this,
go ahead, check.
I can see where you're going with this. So now you did 2, and then now you did 3. So what did you do after 3?
After 3,
Because you
What
had
was the
to,
time like?
he had to learn something from the 17
Right,
to
right,
now
right.
getting that next
Right.
chance. Like, what was that part now?
after 3, when after 3 came out, it was all work. We was just working.
Okay.
I was working because I already knew you're not gonna keep putting me in this movie if I'm not gonna be one of the men in this movie. So I knew I was going to the Marine Corps. So everything after that was me getting ready to be a Marine. But for other movies too. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to be a Marine. I'm getting my speech shit together with acting. I'm going to my acting classes, and I'm just getting ready. Going for roles, they turning me down. I'm going for other roles, they turning me down. I'm going for other things after that. It don't pop. Bad Boys, they call me, and then we on again.
Right. So you get to Bad Boys 4.
Yes.
And you on some Call of Duty shit in that movie.
Yeah.
You just turn into a straight up G.I. Joe.
From the scared kid to the
to the no braids.
Yes.
You just can't like. Was that something you was a part of that part of the script? Were you a part of that? Like, did you have some input?
Saying I want more, or
no,
did it just happen?
no. Actually, I didn't have nothing to do with the script at first. They showed me the script. I said, "Oh, it's on." I looked at the script. That's the first thing I said. "Oh, we gonna go crazy. We going crazy. It's personal. Like, you got to really understand. They put me in these 2 movies. You know what I'm saying? Now I get to really show what I can do. You know what I'm saying? I'm more than just the person standing at a door.
Right.
You get your first one, they give you some leeway. They give you leeway. You get your second one, they see what you can do. Now, they're giving me my shot. I can't drop the ball on this.
Can you salute for that camera right there, real quick? There you go. There you go.
Yo, real quick. So, when you're getting all these no's, when you're going through this whole transition of, do you feel like people are, or like the industry is putting they see only the kid at the door kind of knows, or because of the roles you're going for, obviously maybe do you not look the part? Do you not, is it body weight? I mean, what is it that they?
I don't know. I just work harder.
I got you.
I just go and back into the lab and work on the craft.
I got you.
Till they tell me, yeah, everything ain't for everybody. You know what I'm
you.
saying? My life, me and my higher power got a funny way of playing.
For sure.
And he do right by me in my time and in his time.
Right.
It don't got nothing to do with me.
Right.
Just a puppet doing this.
Nah, for
It got
sure.
nothing to do with me.
That's what's up.
So how'd you feel when like Martin was blaming you for eating his snacks and stuff like that in the living room?
It's typical that mess with me. See, you gotta understand. For Reggie, I had to really I knew y'all don't know what was about to happen, but I do. So I still got to maintain the respect as his
Daughters.
his daughter's, you know what I mean? His daughter's
Son-in-law.
his son-in-law. I had to do that, and I had to keep a straight face while doing it. I can't be on some, I'm
Right.
I got to keep that, keep it respectful, because that's what y'all see. I don't know I'm about to go crazy in the scene,
right,
in the
right,
next
right.
scene after
Right,
that.
right.
So I got to keep that. Oh, he's still respectful. Oh, Martin's always messing with him. Oh, look, he's still
sure.
scary, and until you see what you see. You know what I'm saying? So. But I had to make Reggie that way.
Yeah.
I already knew what I was doing with Reggie from when they put me into the military.
Right.
I already know. I'm like, it's gonna be more that got to go on with Bad Boys. But that's just that. I got other stuff to do as Dennis McDonald too, though.
What do you feel about when you became like a meme sensation from the salute to your face expressions to what you did when you went Call of Duty G.I. Joe? Like, what was your feelings like for that, and seeing as much exposure you got at that moment?
My feelings was like, I knew it. I knew it because I put myself there. I knew I had to show my ass because we're gonna get another Reggie. Or Reggie was at the door. No, I'm a superhero.
Right.
They made me a superhero.
For sure.
So I went in the 2 months military training and just went crazy.
So now with that, go ahead.
No, that was him.
Okay.
I gotta tell you this, man. My first thought when I went to the movies to see this goddamn movie, man. I've been invested since the beginning. Okay.
We all have.
Thank you.
I was in the movies when you text me.
Oh
Yeah?
Yeah, he texted
This my
me.
man. I don't even know.
He told me.
That's my man.
He told me.
That's my man. That's my
I'm
man.
telling you about.
Yeah, that's my
And
man.
he tells me, oh, we was hanging out. I'm like,
I see you, man. We done partied and all that.
Right.
We done partied and everything.
And he
It was
told-
celebrated
he
the
told
movie.
me-
That party
before-
celebrated the movie.
Before we get to what I was saying, he told me, he was like, yo, Trey, you was there with us.
Yeah, you was there
I was like, I don't remember that shit, but
He
what-
he was
I
there?
was
Yeah,
there.
he was
I
in my
there.
section. Yeah. He was
Okay.
chilling. He was being low-key. I think he was with wifey. That's why.
Yeah. When I went to wife,
okay.
I'm regular.
Say that.
So when I was in the movies and I saw that scene of you fighting everybody, the first thing I told my wife, I screamed this out in the movie theater. I said, this motherfucker gotta be in Expendables now. He gotta be in Expendables. Sylvester Stallone called him right now. You know what I'm saying? As one of the young guns. I said, this motherfucker went
Oh,
crazy
man.
in here, you know? So I was rooting for you to be a part of, the next Expendables.
I
You
appreciate
feel me?
it.
And piggybacking off that, like, are you kind of like now exposing yourself to new different type of roles?
Yes,
because
like
of this?
I'm all over action. I see action scenes in my head. Like I be telling her, I be bugging, but I see me doing what I'm supposed to do for these action scenes, like putting it all together and everything. So like the next action scene or action movie you see me in, I'm gonna probably be, I am gonna be putting it together for you.
Let me ask
Fuck,
one more thing.
we need to see you in Marvel and all that shit. I'm throwing it out there.
Are
That's a
you
fact.
only taking like major roles, like bigger roles? Is like, do you feel like that you can kind of still maybe do like independent films? I don't know, like obviously maybe a certain budget, of course, but are you still into, or are you only doing like?
If I like the movie, see, I don't work on what everybody else think you're supposed to do. If I like the movie, if I like the script and the money's right, I mean, I know where they're gonna be, not crazy, but if the money's, let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Even Tubi?
I'm working. All this is
Even Tubi?
Yeah, I'll put my own joint on Tubi, but I got to be the star though. I can't be.
Right,
You ain't gonna be
right.
having any.
Okay.
At the money,
Okay.
right?
Right.
At the money, right? Like, and people, my friend just asked me, it's like, yo, don't do a Tubi movie. I know you have to think you should be more. I think you more than that. I'm not saying don't do it, but I think you more than that. I appreciate y'all for thinking that I'm more than, but I am that.
Right.
That's why I can do what I want.
Right.
I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna give people, because people want to. I watch Tubi.
I was gonna say, I mean,
I'm a Tubi fanatic.
I don't
I like
understand
Tubi.
why is that a thing though? Why is that a thing?
I'm a
like,
Tubi fanatic.
I'm gonna be honest. I watched my first Tubi movie this weekend.
Yo, but
ever.
don't
But
Fox own Tubi?
I've never
But what
watched.
I'm-
I
what we
never
tryna-
watched Tubi
I think
ever in my life until
again,
this weekend. But
It
go
goes
on.
back to
You know that, right? You know Fox owns Tubi.
I didn't know that.
It goes back to just the stigmatism of the whole social media thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Because like, really, what is the difference? Yeah, it might be a little bit more of low budget movies. However, these are still movies that people are investing their money in.
We've been looking
People
for them
are-
movies for a while.
Yeah,
Exactly.
They
and
on
like,
Tubi.
yeah, and some of them. Yeah, and then when they
Mind
do
you, we used to
go,
watch. They used to bring the DVD, the bootleg. People used to bring
Right.
the bootleg
Right.
DVDs.
Exactly.
They used to be the best movies.
It was
Like, yo,
outside, you gonna
damn,
pick that up,
that's a
like-
good one. We'd be like, yo, that's a good one. That should have been in the real movie, in the movies.
exactly.
It's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'll be honest
respect
though,
that.
like as a fan, like I've already seen you in these bad boy movies, right? I will, as a fan, and I'm sorry, management, I gotta say this shit, okay? We keep it 1,000 here, right? I wouldn't want to see you in no rom-com shit.
see,
Because you
I respect
already,
it.
you
Already.
it built up so much to the point where we saw you do that G.I. Joe shit that now we want to see more. That's the way I'm looking at it as a fan. So for you to do that and then go and do fucking Made in Manhattan 3 with Jennifer Lopez, like,
So-
I don't know.
so
but
You
let
know
me,
what I'm
that
saying?
would
Like,
be-
but let
as
me,
a fan, I'm
but
just
let
saying.
me piggyback on that. But what you do when ain't nobody calling you as
gotta
a
take those.
you're
You
a
gotta
fan.
take
Now
those,
that you
yeah.
got to take them, you create your own.
Right.
Now,
Yeah,
now you going, like I said, you going to see me. You ain't going to see me on the place where they got the Peter Pan shit, but you ain't going to see me doing no Peter Pan shit. You going to see me getting crazy.
Right,
And I also think that
I get what you're
we
saying.
don't. I feel like, especially with me as a fan, and I say this as a fan of music, and I put it across the board as with anything else as entertainment wise. Like, I also don't want to. What I was just asking earlier, like, I just don't want to see an actor that I'm a fan of play one role or be the same actor all the time.
Right.
Because now, again, what I'm feeling like is that they're going to continuously only get those kind of roles, and I'm never going to really be able to see them explore in their actual. What could they do? Can he do a rom-com? Can he do a action? Can
You know
he
what's
do
crazy?
a drama?
So
You know what's
maybe-
crazy? I got some horror joint, some horror, like two horror roles that I've been looking at.
Right, like,
You know what I mean?
and
Like-
again, when we look at that, we want to see the actor that we see, and then be like, oh shit. When I see a whoever, and I see them play different roles, and we love the Denzels, and when he in a drama, we not crying, and when he in action, we not crying. This is kind of like, oh, he can act, he can play this kind of role, he can play that kind of role. We salute that. So again, I want to be in that space when I see a actor like yourself to be in a space where. Like I said, I see the Reggie. I saw that we got that. Now we got a little bit of taste of the action Reggie. But Nah, I want to let him
See
be.
you play a drama.
But
Yeah.
that's not for every fan.
That's a fact.
You understand what I'm saying? Like
That's a fact.
I'll give you another example. I'm a Sylvester Stallone fan. Rambo 1.
It's an action man.
All the Rambos, right? Now you got some Tulsa King shit on whatever, right? Did I watch that? Hell no.
It's a fire movie though.
I want to see you in the fucking jungle.
It's a good movie.
Shooting motherfuckers up. That's what I'm used to.
That was a great movie.
I don't want to see the other
That was
shit.
a great movie.
I don't care.
I was about to
I
say
don't-
that too.
As a fan, me,
I
I'm
understand what you're
invested
saying.
into that character.
I understand what you're
I
saying.
don't want to see no other
And
shit.
you know, it's the
So-
crazy part when you, and that's crazy because you don't even know I'm a whole comedian, or you don't even know that I'm a whole, because you stuck on me being action and me being Reggie me being Reggie. You know what I'm saying?
Not because
That's it.
I'm stuck. I'm invested
Comcast,
because
right.
I seen you from the beginning when
From
they
growing
booked
up,
you.
Demo-itis.
And then
Growing
you
up.
grew up. I grew up with you.
Right.
30
and I,
years
you know,
right
that's
here.
the funny. You know, what's the funny thing? Yo, this whole journey is like my fans grew up with me.
Right.
So
Right.
the person that you see, not that I'm sitting there being all scary, but I'm a smooth talking person. I'm Reggie. I'm Reggie until you bother me, and then that's how he gets. That's me. He grew up with that. He don't know nothing else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think that if you do go like more the comedy route, like because Martin and Will Smith both had comedy roles. Most of the time when they speak, it's something funny. I think that might be a good fit for you in your next journey. What you about to say something?
You know, it's the funny thing. Like I said, I see this stuff before I even.
Right.
So I already know what Reggie to give y'all if we gonna give you if there's another Reggie. I know what Reggie to give y'all.
Right, because
I give y'all. I already know, but you know what I mean, when that time comes, that time comes.
I can see it coming too because it's like we already saw 3 types of Reggie, right? You know what I'm saying? It was like you said, the scary type. Then it was the military, marine, serious type. You know what I'm saying? Then it was like he said, the action figure. So like a Life of Reggie or Who is Reggie? Like there could be a spinoff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
And you know, this is the only movie I've seen people say they want to spin off before they want they want the. It ain't over yet. Y'all,
Right,
y'all,
right.
y'all just want me. They just want me and Armando to go crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But wait, hold on. Before you continue, but I was saying that to say also like, for example, you had braids in the first one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then later on, you had a clean cut face like a military vet. You know what I'm saying? And look at you now. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? So you already showed your diversity of how you can change your image.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then,
Exactly.
like I said, if you come back even like this and act like you're not really responding to somebody, but you're responding in a funny way, like it could be your own thing. And I think a 2B movie, bro, I'd watch it. For me, I promote the shit out of it too.
I ain't gonna lie to
It would
y'all.
go crazy.
My higher power got this. Like,
Okay, cool.
whatever's for me is for me. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
No,
like, I could have did Bad Boys 2.
Yep.
Not even 17 years. That was a long time, so they ain't no rush. Or did something and within that time that was trash, and y'all wouldn't want to see Bad Boys.
How grateful are you
That too.
that
That
they
too.
continued to keep you?
I am blessed, bro. I am a Bronx black man from the hood. My mother was on food stamps and all that. We ain't poor, but
Right.
I'm from where it's.
From the
I am
jungle.
blessed.
Yeah.
You
You from the
heard?
jungle.
Right.
I am blessed,
right,
and
right.
and God has continued to bless me. If you really knew my journey,
No,
if you really knew my journey, then you would understand. But I am very blessed.
Right.
No, and I got me myself. I gotta salute you because we having this conversation, and what just came to my mind throughout this whole conversation was, like, for me as a DJ, like people consider me up here or here, but I still take the little jobs, the medium jobs. I still do the big jobs. I could go and DJ the Barclays and then go do a little bar in the corner and show love to the people. So to see that you do the same as an actor, you know, I salute you, and it takes a real dude and a real human being to be on that type of time and that type of mentality. You know what I'm saying? Now, moving forward to going back to what he said about the spinoff, for me, I'm a really big fan of backstories. So, yeah, we got an introduction to you the first time. Second time, cool, we saw you do something. Third time, you gave us a little something. But within that time frame, the way that I think as a fan is, you was away. You was in the Army. So the spinoff for me would be that backstory, what you did, how you got there, what you did, what tours, and then give us a little glimpse on you coming back from that tour to be, you know, like give us that backstory so it can make sense.
Really, like, who was Reggie?
Right,
like,
right,
you don't
that's
even
what
know
I'm
Reggie's
saying.
last
but,
name.
But the backstory to make that last scene more clear.
Right.
Because people like me are still thinking like, how the fuck he wasn't doing none of this shit before. Like,
And you know
They
that's the
calling
new-
Reggie next
And you know
time.
that's the new thing. And then you know what's crazy? How I think they did it. It was so much time in between that I could have been doing anything. I mean, Reggie
Right.
could have been doing anything. And mind you, but from part 3, they welcomed me. You got to see the setup. They welcomed me into the family.
Right.
I have a baby with his
Right,
daughter.
right.
I become a Marine. So within all that time, I was in the Marine. I was in the Marines doing my thing.
And then when you're in the crib
they wanna
playing
see that.
games, playing
Yeah,
You
games.
got to be
But
fun. No, I'm saying that's fire. That you said you want to see
but
that.
was you good in the Marines? Did
Right.
you go on a tour?
Nah, that
Right.
boy was good.
Like, who was
Hey,
your
you obviously see that boy was good.
I was all
You
right.
see that?
What was you doing in Yankee?
Right.
Yeah.
What the,
I was
Cause just
alright.
because you went to the army don't mean you was nice in the
Nah, that's a
army.
fact.
And that could be a comedy, as well as a comedy kind of vibe. You can mesh it.
Right.
That's a
in
fact.
Right.
together.
So I want to see the backstory as a fan. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah, fact.
Okay,
That's
so
a fact.
I want to skip to this part, like, cause when it comes to movies, I'm really like really intense with certain things, you know. So they changed the wife.
Yeah.
How did that feel? What the fuck happened? I didn't like that shit. I wanted to leave the movie theater when I saw the new wife. I was like, come on, man.
Shout out to her too, because she's a very, very nice lady. Teresa Randall. Shout out to Teresa Randall.
Shout out to her, but I wasn't prepared for that.
I didn't know anything about it until it happened, because I was looking around for her. No, I seen Tasha Smith. Shout out to Tasha Smith. That's like my heart. When I seen her, and they told me they switched her, I said, what happened? And then it all happened at the same time. Then we seen the clip or whatever the case may be. I don't know what's going on, but I pray for her and her family. And I hope she gets whatever was happening. I hope she got better or is getting better.
I was at all. Because it was kind of like with Iron Man 1 and then Iron Man 2. Like, where the fuck is this dude at?
Yo,
what happened?
You know what's crazy part? We just started getting back into all the Marvel. Like I'm trying to start watching. I forgot that Terrence Howard
Come on, man.
was the man.
Come on, man. He was
I
rowdy.
forgot. But then that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of stuff that goes on in the back end of
Contracts,
things.
money.
Contracts, money. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand. You got to pay Will Smith whatever you pay Will Smith
The world.
for his for Bad Boys 4, right? So what you gonna pay him for Bad Boys 5? Or will he take an undercut? Or will, you know what I'm saying? He feels like I did this. I'm doing this. I feel like I deserve more money.
Right.
We might not be able to give you more money.
Right.
Where do we, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's just all, like I said, it's all on you and your higher power and how you work with yours,
So-
and you'll be all right.
So with Dennis, right? Because we heard a lot about Reggie, right? With Dennis, what is Dennis into? What are you into on your day to day? What do you like? You know, what are you into? And what's your type of films?
I like action, comedy, drama. I watch it all. I sit there and cry at some stuff.
You watch Notebook?
No, I don't watch that.
I don't watch no.
I haven't seen that.
You never seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
He from the
okay.
Bronx. He didn't watch it. I never
haven't
watched
seen
it either.
I haven't seen
Yeah, I
it.
watched it.
Like I spend more time in a book now, and that's crazy to say. If you knew me when I was 15 years old, 16, like I stay in a book or stay in my scripts or stay in a gym or somebody's dojo trying to learn something. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to be ready for whatever that's about to come next.
Do you when you do watch your TV shows, movies, do you see it? Because I know for me when I go to a studio, I could hear the beat now. I'm listening to the
Whole different
Do you
way.
see now like
Whole different way.
Oh, he just messed up on that.
Whole different
they
way.
didn't have the right angle on that
See,
shot.
I've been one of them dudes. I've been one of them dudes that the spoilers that I could catch when they mess up in a movie.
Yeah.
Like even in Bad Boys, from Bad Boys 1, it's a scene. I'm not going to give it away, but I've been doing this. So when I see stuff, I'll be like, oh, yo, look, he didn't even. Yo, they don't even.
Yeah.
But it spoils it for people. People like, what are you talking? Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Don't worry
yeah.
about it. Or I'm watching an action movie. Like, yep, okay, I got it. Funny thing is, for Bad Boys 4, for that action scene, the last Fast and the Furious came out. I'm in the movie theater. I'm training for the movie. For Bad Boys. I'm in the movie theater. I watched the movie. I'm looking at them. I'm like, oh nah, they gotta respect me. Like this is my first action scene. I'm about to be the superhero. You won't have to respect me like you respect all of them.
Yeah,
I had to make a statement. Like
Yeah.
after this, if I'd have flopped on this, it'd have been like, okay, yeah, this is Reggie.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But I knew what I had to do.
Yeah.
So that was my motivation. You know, Kobe Bryant. That's always my motivation. Just stay working.
Right.
Nice.
Right.
Nice.
So let's go back a little bit. We met Sunday at the Deadly Art of Survival.
Yes.
You had your own table.
Yes.
You asking a little bit more about Dennis. There was a
Dennis.
lot of Dennis on that table. Let's talk about that table, man. What was on that table?
Well, Dennis has jumped into going to Comic-Cons, and they've been having me as a superhero for Reggie in Comic-Cons.
Dope.
So
You got to
I've
go
been
with the
going to
whole
those.
army thing.
funny thing is, my manager, she wants me to go like the character all the time. Sometimes I want to be.
I think it
like
makes
me.
sense.
It makes a whole lot
I
of
mean,
sense.
for Comic-Con.
You know what's the funny
At
thing?
least wear camo.
You know what's the
Something.
know what's the funny thing? You know me, 'cause I'm a tourist, so I'm like.
I'm a tourist too.
So I'm like, I'm not going. I'm not going as the character. I'm going as Dennis, and we
Right.
gonna see what's up. We went. People was like, you look familiar, but I looked over at my manager and was like, damn, you was right. Man. That shit went. Why you ready to just go with it? But that
gotta
just
listen to management.
yo, that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a human being. I'm still growing as a man, and sometimes I'll be liking things my way. And people, I'm pulled and pushed around this way and then. Hold on, let me get mine out. Pause. I'm pushed and pulled this way, that way every day. Sometimes I want to be like, I want to do what I want to do, but sometimes it don't work that way.
Now when you
Business
have
is
management.
business. Business is business, and that's a prime example of business being business and you wanting to be defining whoever you want to be. No, it doesn't work that way.
I'm a tourist, so I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to understand that you are a public
Yeah.
figure.
For
yes.
sure.
So it's not about you.
That's a
it's
fact.
about the people who support you.
That's a
and
fact.
the
kids,
general public.
That's
you know
a
what I'm
fact.
saying? So you go into a Comic-Con, you got to be dressed like fucking.
That's a fact. That happened one
whatever,
time. We've
you
been
know,
to 6 of them. That happened once.
Yeah,
man.
got you.
That happened
You
once.
learn your lesson.
You learn, I learned my lesson. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be the same way.
Because I
too
think,
sometimes.
and that's when you get too over your head too.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't gotta wear this. They know who I am.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
It's me.
I'm in New Mexico.
It's
You
me.
in New Mexico.
Yeah.
You think
Yeah.
they know Martin and Will?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Nah, but
Yeah.
they definitely
One
Like,
more
yeah.
on your is there any role that you have went for that you got denied that turned out to be a big movie?
me and my manager
Shout out,
went
Bart.
down to
Now talking to my
Oh
man.
my
Axe.
fault. Me and my manager had went down to Delaware for Adam Sandler's what movie was that for Adam Sandler? The basketball movie. He just I think it's like a Netflix movie.
Yeah, I
He had-
seen it. I don't remember the name. Though.
So we went down there. Like I said, bro, it don't matter who you are. You can be Reggie from Bad Boys. You're going in as you know what I mean? You're going in there for work. I went in there, played basketball, did good and everything. Did good. No callback. Seen it in the movies, like, oh, look, that's the movie.
Now when you see that role, do you be like, yo, I could have did that better? That's me. I should have did that. That's
When I looked at, no, it was like a big back. I didn't know what basketball person I was playing for.
Oh, okay, I got you.
just went.
I got you, I
for
got
like,
you, I
It was
got
like it was crazy because it was fun. It was like the tryouts for like Riverside for back in the day
right.
when I used to play basketball.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So I did it. I went in and see. I go in, and I don't be like, if I don't get it, I don't be like, yo, damn, I ain't get it, yo. My 8 months is going bad. I get in there, I do. If I don't get it, it's like, okay, cool. We gonna go back in there. We gonna go work out. We gonna go read some more scripts. We gonna figure out something else. See which other movie we gonna get into. Like that's how it works for me.
got you.
Right, man. So we spoke about a lot of stuff. I want to get back to the table because you had a lot of stuff going on the table.
How we
You
just
got
jumped on the
merch.
top. I had
You got stuff there. Like, let's talk about it.
No, I
let's
had,
talk about Dennis. He want to talk about Dennis.
We
Let's
talk about Dennis. Like I said, I do Comic-Con. I got the Pops. Like I got the Funko Pops. I mean the Reggie wig. I got a 2-pack and I got the single one. I would have that there.
Got your own toy? Goddamn. Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Right.
You gotta
work.
make stuff happen. You gotta,
for
you gotta
sure.
work in this
You
world.
got shirts?
For sure.
I got a T-shirt. Actually, this is what I got on right now, but they can't see is my brand from
That's your brand?
QRNYC.
That shit hard. I'm gonna get
Hey,
one.
you ain't bring us
Right.
nothing? You ain't bring us
You
nothing?
know what's the crazy
What?
part? See, there you
Management?
go. There you
No,
go.
it's not
Listen.
your fault. Not
No,
your
no,
fault.
hold on.
Management?
Hold on.
Okay,
Hold on.
okay.
Hold on. We are.
We
Got you.
But
Oh, he got something.
if you got if you got a, you know what I mean, a significant other or something, I'm not gonna leave y'all without nothing.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? I only got
okay,
two of them.
okay,
You know
okay.
what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
I didn't have y'all size,
Put
but I
the
definitely
camera
wanted to
at.
bring
Put this on the
something.
camera. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got all of y'all too.
Yeah.
I just we didn't
I'm
have
gonna
y'all
give
size.
this one a press because we gonna see you tomorrow anyway.
Know what I'm saying?
So,
Copy that.
there you
Appreciate
go.
you, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Appreciate
come into
you.
the office?
Yeah, I
Oh,
invited
dope.
him to the
All right,
office.
They invited me. I get invited to offices now. You know what I'm
I told him
saying?
we gonna make sure he go home with a case of something.
right,
Management
cool.
too.
All
You know
right,
what I'm saying? Right.
All right,
You know what I'm
cool.
saying?
So you got all this stuff going on. I think it's great, man, that you
Yes.
taking the time out to monetize your art.
Yes,
That's the right way to say it, right?
I-
Monetize your art.
I am not just an actor. I'm a brand, so I do a couple of different things. I got
That came from
a clothing
management.
line. No, that's just on me. You know what I mean? That's on me. My manager helps me with a lot, but I mean, I have a lot of different things. I got a clothing line. I have monologue Mondays every Monday at 9:00 at night
Monologue Mondays.
on my IG Live.
Okay, so I'm gonna think about this, but one of the big monologues that I did back in my days when I was acting was The Breakfast Club. Who's the light-skinned actor? Emilio Estevez. His character had, if you watch that movie, The Breakfast Club, he had a monologue when he was in the locker room and he was talking to the other guy. And that monologue, I performed it and I won some awards in school for
Nice.
performing that monologue.
Nice.
So I might have to come back out of my acting,
No, yes,
thing to maybe jump in that.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
you would definitely be a special guest because I have a special guest come on and
Right.
we both critique.
I gotta study the lines though. I gotta give me a
we
second.
critique now you could just be the guest. You don't even have you don't have to do a monologue.
Right.
But we critique other people's monologues. You know what I mean? Up and coming actors. I mean that don't know anything about acting or the craft at all. How to get on. They could get on my IG Live, and who knows who's watching my IG Live, and they
Right.
just all go together. Like, that's how I give back. Because when I was young, I didn't know nothing about acting. Somebody showed me something,
Yeah,
and I liked the movie.
It's a lot.
You know what I mean? It's a whole lot.
It's a lot.
But kids don't even know where to go
Yeah.
or what to do
it's-
or how to
Got to start somewhere.
start.
It's
You know what I'm
more
saying?
than
So-
having a headshot.
Yes.
It's more than having professional pictures.
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of the off-Broadway stuff. I was doing City Lights on 42nd Street. You know, back in the day, they even allowed us to go on the set of All My Children.
Oh, wow.
And I performed some of the lines from certain actors, and like I was doing a lot of stuff. And at that time, I forgot what was the newspaper for actors during that time. It was a specific newspaper that actors would go in to find jobs and find work. So I was looking at that. Huh? Yes, but it was another one. It was another one, and I was going through that. So I went through those phases, man. I went through those situations, and it was very, very tough. Luckily, I love DJing more than acting. That I ended up sticking with,
You know what I
with the DJ stuff. But
what I'm saying?
you know,
See, and that's what I do. Like, I just give people a shot. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody gave me a shot. You know, I went for my shot, and somebody gave me a shot. So if people that just want to learn, like, you don't even got to be the greatest actor. You don't got to. Shit ain't got to be tight. Just come up there and do your thing.
Right.
And next week, the week after that, get better.
Right.
Come back up.
right,
Get better the next week after that. Come back up.
right.
Just stay on your
Right,
stay on your
keep
game.
working.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta keep working, man. You gotta keep working.
Right.
So, what's next from the kid from the Bronx, man? What's next? What's new? What's 2025, 2026? What's up?
Oh man, I got like 3 movies coming up that I really can't speak about. I mean, my
Congrats.
stuff. 2026 is gonna be real crazy for me. I'm just doing a lot of martial arts. I got a movie coming out with Eddie Griffin called
You had
Journey of a
you had
Journey.
the flyer out.
Huh?
You had
Yes,
the
Journey
flyer
of a
out,
Thousand Styles.
Nice.
It's a martial arts movie, so I'm getting into that. And you're just gonna see a whole lot of dentists. I got merch coming out. The QR NYC is my page on Instagram for the merch, so you can tap in with that. The QR NYC, that's the name for that. So tap in with that, and just watch my journey as it goes.
We here, man. I told management, I said we gonna tap in with Chase. We gonna tap in with Prayer. We gonna.
This is my man. It don't even matter. We talk on the regular. I'm staying here. Yo, what's up? You got something I could get? Yo, you got some walkthroughs for me?
Nah, it's
what's
over.
up? You
I
got
was
this for me?
speaking highly of you, man.
That's what I know. He's like, what?
He called me, telling him like, bro, I brought him and you met him. I'm like,
And that's how
Yeah,
you know I'll be working.
down. I was hype. I was like, yo.
And that's how you know I'll be working. And that's how you know we working. When
Right.
somebody ask somebody else about you, like, oh, that's my because
Right.
Yeah.
I'm getting him. I used to bother this, but I first yo, listen, man, I know you be
locked
going on
in.
with them
I swear
clubs.
to God.
When I come to New York, we gonna make some money.
Yep,
We
for
gonna do
sure.
something.
For sure. We locked in.
But also tap in with Prez, because Prez, he
Okay.
works with a production company, music, writing, a lot of stuff. So management
Yes, sir.
tap in with
Yes,
Prez.
yes, sir.
That's good. Okay, Prez.
You know, we got Lord Digga here. He was actually at the event on
Right.
Sunday.
Yeah, I think
you know what I'm saying? So I don't.
He
I don't know
definitely
if
show
y'all,
love. No,
I don't know
that's
if
a
y'all
fact.
had a conversation, but tap in with him. He produces. He does a lot of stuff. He's an artist as well too.
Okay.
And we're gonna have you at the Bel Air office tomorrow, man.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to come through, you know what I'm saying? And
We're gonna send you home with a case or something, maybe a robe or something.
Yeah, right.
You know what
Some
I'm saying?
type of gift for
robe.
sure.
I said, I've been chasing Bel Air
You-
for them jackets, man.
If I'm correct,
Told him last time I've been chasing them for them jackets.
He wants a jacket. We're
Oh, he
gonna
wants
see
a
what we can do.
jacket.
We're gonna see what we can do.
I need one of them.
We're gonna see what we can do, man. So okay, so you got.
So wait, before you continue, I'm just gonna say I appreciate you. I think you are one of the first guests to actually bring us some items.
Yeah,
At the new
yes,
spot.
please,
At the
yes,
new
all
spot.
y'all motherfuckers gotta step it up. He done brought some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I'd have bought all y'all sizes and all that, but we
Now we
ran
gonna-
out
we
of
gotta set it
sizes
up
for
now.
y'all.
I'll-
We
Bring mine tomorrow. Bring mine tomorrow,
Yeah,
man.
bring them on for
Have the
us because
autograph
we
on
coming
it
tomorrow
already.
for sure. Wherever you want.
Management, make sure the autograph is on it already.
Right.
Okay.
We're going to do it in front of you. We're gonna do it.
Right.
What I was
My
gonna say.
son is a medium. Okay. My son is a medium. You don't gotta bring all four of my sons, just the oldest one. He just turned 21.
You just said medium. So that
Dope.
was-
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
No, I got 6 kids. I got 6
Oh,
kids.
no, see, but we was going to blame that on you. You only
Yeah,
said a
I got
medium.
2 daughters. I got 2 daughters, Dennis, and I got 4 sons. Set of twins in there.
So now I'm going to put you on the spot. Did you do the move for the daughters?
What move?
Their boyfriend at the door?
Oh, that ain't come yet.
Okay. Ooh,
Yeah, no, it's gonna be
Yo,
way
you want
different.
real quick? You want to hear something real quick? So I just to my name is Reggie, like in real life. So when it came out,
Fire.
I had to go through a lot
Shit.
of that
I
and
apologize.
joking and shit like that.
And you
like-
got the braids? Oh,
Yeah,
I
I had the
apologize.
braids. I definitely
Yeah,
had
you got the braids now? Oh, I apologize.
Yeah, it was a couple of uncles or brothers that would come to the door on some, oh yeah, you Reggie? Like, all right, I get it. Yes, I'm Reggie. Yeah, I know. Okay. You doing the whole thing. All right, I got it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just wanted to say
Like,
thank you for that.
I don't play. Listen, I'm Reggie from the third and the fourth.
Yeah,
floor.
I'm real Reggie,
Y'all
man.
playing? Nah, that's what's up.
Nah,
that's what's
real
up.
shit, though. That's what's up.
Yo, so you know what? You say you're from the Bronx. You say you're from the Bronx. I do a lot of work in the Bronx. I work with a lot of senators and a lot of. I work with the Bronx the Bronx borough president. I do a lot of stuff in the Bronx. So reach out to management, reach out to you, see if maybe I can bring you to the YMCA for the kids,
Yes,
and
that's
all in the
Yo,
Bronx.
that
You
is-
know, so.
It's crazy
It'd
because
be good to have you in the hood and just tap in with the kids out there and all that.
I have to. That's a must. I mean, I come from Boys and Girls Club and going to the PAL and playing ball in the YMCA.
Yeah, I was up on that. They don't have that
you know
no
what I'm
more,
saying?
right? They don't have that.
Nah, I was up. I'm with all of that. So I could give back. Oh
Right.
man, I can't wait to give back.
Yeah,
That's what's
yeah,
up.
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
wait.
And I know you giving us the merch.
Appreciate you.
We gonna give you a pair of avias tomorrow. You know
sure.
what I'm saying? We gonna give you a pair of avias tomorrow.
For sure.
All right, we gonna make sure you go
We gonna
home
make
with
sure you good.
with a box.
Why
or
you ain't
something.
tell me you roll like this, man?
Yo, it's crazy.
Nah, hold on.
It's both.
Why you ain't tell me you roll like this?
I didn't know you was coming with gifts.
See?
I didn't know you had. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
I be tapping, I be hearing you.
He don't
say
talk
So I
about
was telling
it.
you.
All right, say
We
no
talk
more.
about
Say
him.
no
He don't
more.
talk about us.
Say no more.
He don't talk about us. We talk about him, but he don't talk about
Nah,
us.
you see, here's a
He
transition.
didn't tell me.
He wins
Yo,
an award and
I
don't
knew
know
this,
that.
man. I can show you a picture. So when we was having fun at the club and all that,
Yep, it's a
he
transition.
ain't tell me nothing about
I
all
got
that.
you. Say no
Oh.
more.
It's because I don't rap. That's it.
see that?
It's because I don't rap. That's
you
what the
know-
problem is.
Nah, that's hilarious.
Nah. You see, it's about the package. That's what it is. 'Cause
He always
it's
got
like,
some shit to
you
say.
you gotta kind of like fill out what you want to do and how you want to do things. Because a lot of times people want to get in the club scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like you do appearances and stuff, but you gotta create the buzz. For example, like with Zeke Cross, Daniel Lee Bellamy, when I helped make him go viral and all that type of stuff during that. You know what I'm saying? That's where my history is at, you know?
Right.
But it's like the music backed that and it kind of
Right.
pushed it,
It made
more.
sense.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
made
But
sense.
now you
It
got
went
the
together.
gimmicks, now we marketable. Now we working. You know what I'm saying? That
Hey.
shit right there.
That still don't say nothing about why he don't talk about us,
We
right?
out.
Yeah.
He don't talk about us. We talk about him.
Okay.
He don't talk about us.
Bro, you lying. We
He
got
said,
the picture.
you knew Reggie for how long? And you knew Dennis. You knew
You
him
know
for.
what's crazy? I swear I've mentioned these
You
things.
see this shit,
Me and
nigga?
Drake, I'm his manager. I talk to him pretty
shit.
often. You feel me? So I'm like, bro, like, but if I ain't got no music, how I'm gonna tell him?
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
See, and that's probably Reggie.
Yeah, like
I don't care about no Reggie. Where's the fucking music at?
Right.
I
You
get
know
it.
what's crazy?
I get it.
I am that type of
No,
person.
and it's okay.
Why the fuck are you calling me
And it's
about
okay.
this
Then,
shit? Like,
but then you got to sit back and look. See, I'm a realist. You got to sit back and look at yourself. You be like, hold on, what the hell am I doing?
Right.
I'm just working. I'm not a rapper, so what I'm gonna do? Come up there for 5 seconds, walk and say, "Yo, yeah, I'm ready for Bad Boys." Nah, I gotta be doing something else,
Right.
or I gotta be making it happen, or
But
bringing people to these clubs.
luckily-
I had to learn how this business went
Right.
in his field.
Right.
luckily for everybody out there in the world, this is not a show about music. This
Right.
is a show
Right.
about
Fashion,
stories.
culture, story.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. For
So
sure, for sure.
it's not. This is what we told Digga. This is not just about
But we
music.
just came back too.
Yeah, we just we
So-
just
so
said it.
you in the
It's all,
right
it's all
time.
makes
It's-
sense.
yeah,
like
yeah,
I said,
yeah.
like I said, it don't got nothing to do with me. If it's going, if it's supposed to happen, I'm gonna be there.
Right.
We gonna reach out to you. Whatever we doing, tours, shows,
For
or
sure.
studio time, whatever. We gonna be like, yo, what's up,
Yeah,
Digga?
nah,
You
nah,
coming
nah.
through? What's up?
We locked in.
Yeah,
Same
so
old shit.
Digga, you as well too. Let me know your size. We're gonna get you a pair of aviators. We spoke about this.
Yep.
Yeah.
You from that era. You know what it is.
Already know.
Yeah, you know what it is. We gonna
Right.
get you a box of Bel
said you
Air.
already
know that.
All that, man.
Right.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
like, y'all don't even know what to do with it.
Right, man. No, the aviators classic.
said,
man.
no, I know
Look at
that.
those. He
No,
got,
no,
he
I
got
know.
the red joint.
Yeah,
No, I
I
know.
got these are, you know what I'm saying?
I know what they are.
Right.
I know.
Little top.
We ready to jump out the window at the event.
Yeah, I also got ties to people who make clothes. So if you need some
Good
people to
looking.
make stuff, let me
Yes,
know. Tap
yes,
in.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is my new drop too, right here. This is quite right.
I need
I
that.
like that.
I need that hoodie.
This is. I'm gonna show you the back.
What it says on the sides?
My fault. Let me
Promote, man.
It's a
Promote.
collaboration with me and my man Irene from Atlanta.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
ATL,
It's
what
the
up?
power up. Yeah, the ATL. This is the
Oh,
power
that's
up.
nice.
And
material?
the QRNYC. Oh no, it is one of them.
You can tell that. You can tell that wash.
This is one of them.
Nah, I want one of those.
Yeah, you can tell the wash.
Oh, that's fire.
You gotta pay for these. I got you. Yeah, this is my newest drop. We had collab together, and we got busy.
Right.
We
That
got
shit
these
hard.
like the crop joints for the for the young.
That's hard. I like that. Yeah, for
So we got
sure.
the
I ain't, I'm an old school guy,
No,
but
we got the
I'll
other
make it
one.
work. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. I can make that work.
No, you got the other
I'll
one.
make it look like something. You know? I might have to
Fashion
color my
week.
beard when I
Fashion
wear
week.
it. But
Rockin' Fashion Week.
Yeah,
Throw that shit
just
on.
make
Trace.
it-
Oh yeah, and I've been stepping into modeling too. I just
Okay.
did Pop Smoke's mom's mother's smoke.
Okay.
Black Smoke,
The Shoe
actually.
for the Stars.
My Smoke. I had just did her fashion show and
Dope.
and we tore that up.
Right.
Like,
So you know we gonna lock you and Digga into a lot of stuff we got coming up.
Appreciate
I
y'all.
don't know if you like coming to shows or whatever, but you know I DJ for a lot of people. Have you come to these shows? You know, meet people. Digga, you
bet.
too as well. You know what I'm saying?
I like hip hop.
A
I'm
lot of
hip-hop.
stuff, yeah, a lot of stuff coming up. And you know, we do a lot of stuff in the summer. We do
yeah.
barbecues, we do everything. Our barbecues be crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, what's okay? So you told us 2025, 2026. Any independent stuff? Anything that you working on yourself? Any scripts? Anything
Yes,
that you
I
want to
got-
put
I got-
out there?
I got like 3 scripts that I'm working on. I got one called The Blackout. That's when social media shuts down for 7
that.
days.
Shit.
And
If you need
that's
actors,
the beginning.
I'm here.
That's
Draft
what the
me.
Monologue Mondays. So that's secretly what the Monologue Mondays is for too.
See, I might have to come
See,
out
I'm
of
building.
retirement.
There you
I'm
go.
building my.
There
I'm
you go.
building
Build
my
the empire.
my-
I like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
I'm
Yeah,
building
yeah.
my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Vision.
not saying I want top actors. I would love to have top actors and top influencers, but I want to give the people that you don't talk about, the
Right,
kids
right.
that go hard at this acting that nobody know about and blood, sweat, and tears this thing and can't
Just
get a
didn't get the
shot.
opportunity.
Can't get an opportunity. Can't get clothes to go for the audition.
Right.
Can't even get clothes. They can't even get money to go to the audition. Don't even have a phone to upload they stuff.
Right, right,
that's the
right,
kids
right.
that I'm trying to. That's what I want to
Right.
get.
Right.
That's the people I want to give a shot.
Right. Okay, man. Well, we appreciate your time, management. Thank you.
you.
We gonna let you go home with the bottle. You can drink on the road, okay?
Drink on the road is crazy. wild.
We appreciate you coming out, man. You want to give any shout outs before we get out of here?
I want to give a shout out to my Most High. I want to give a shout out to God, my family, my mom's, my daughter, Diamond, Nicole, of course.
It's my wife's name.
And everybody that's you guys for having me, and I mean, it really showing me that love. And everybody that's struggling, trying to get their things going, and it ain't working. Shout out to them for working hard and keeping it going and not going insane.
Right, man.
Facts.
So we live on the Fix Show, man. Shout out to Chase Sims, the architect. Shout out to Prez,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Airbnb. If you ever need
Hello.
Airbnb outside of town, he owns like 3 of them. Holla at him. He
I'm
owns
about to
some
live in the Airbnb in his spot.
Yeah,
We definitely, that's my best friend.
Shout out to Lord Digga, he's
shout
here,
out to
legend. Trace, I'm here, Black Bottle Boys, Chase Sims, Black Bottle Boys, we live on the Fix Show, the DSN Network, the Matrix Studios. Shout
Hello.
out to our engineer in the background doing
Appreciate
a great
you.
job,
Yes.
man.
Shout out to him.
We
Shout
out
out
of
to
here
him. We outta here.
until next week
Next
or the
week.
week after,
Next-
whatever the fuck it is, you know?
Yeah.
We'll keep y'all updated.
We see y'all updated, and we're gonna upload these 2 new interviews
For sure.
this week, man. Y'all
will.
gonna see the story. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in on Twitch, on
Yes.
YouTube,
Heavy
on social
Twitch.
media.
Heavy social
We
media.
appreciate y'all. We gonna throw some clips out this week, man.
Yeah, let's do it,
We
let's do it.
gotta work a little faster.
Oh,
this
they
week,
getting
you know what I'm
busy
saying?
this
Yeah,
week.
Shout out Heart Radio too, man.
Yeah, shout out to iHeartRadio.
Shout out to iHeartRadio.
Shout out to Nexus Radio. Shout out to
Nexus.
Party 101.9 as well. We all over. Y'all. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all, man. We see you on the next run. It's the Fix Show, baby.
We out, yo.
Hello.